Hi, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Blogging Lunchtime Bytes. It is lunchtime somewhere, not here yet, but it is on the East Coast. I'm Arizona Lowe. I'm your host for the show. And with me is Tammy Cook, a fabulous photographer. Hi, Tammy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Awesome.
Good. And also with me is Gary Ditterline. Gary is the CEO of A&G Synergy as well as a poker Zen master. Hi, Gary.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm here.
Well, that's half the battle, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
And also with us is Catherine Wilfong. Catherine is a psychic, and she is also wonderful at balancing your energy. Hi, Catherine.
Hey Arizona, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. And I have Tarzan here, who normally is pretty tame, but I think I forgot to put food in his bowl, and he keeps knocking the computer around. So I might have to get up and feed him because he's like he keeps knocking into the computer table.
Wow.
So he keeps my computer going like this. That's why he's like, feed me, feed me. It's lunchtime. It is lunchtime.
Well, since you and I are chatting, you want to tell everybody how come you're interested in learning about blogging and design aspects of blogging?
Because I have a website that I want to change over to a WordPress website, and I have a lot of information that I want to start sharing through blogs, and using a WordPress website is definitely one way to be able to integrate blogging. And so that's one of the reasons I'm here, is to learn how to work with WordPress and get that kind of website up and going. Because I do have a website, but it's not a WordPress website. And when I started it with GoDaddy, I thought, oh, well, all websites can support blogging, but they can't.
No, they can't, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And since you don't have it on your lower third, you want to tell everybody where your website is?
Oh, okay. It's balancedergy.com. So just the name of my company.com. And so that's what you can go to and see all the different services I offer. And you can call me or email me, and we can go from there. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons I'm interested in learning more about WordPress and blogging, and why I'm here today. So this is going to be good.
Cool.
I don't have to get up and feed Tarzan.
Okay. Tammy, you want to tell the world how come you're here?
Well, basically, I know nothing about blogging or WordPress. So, being a photographer, and as I'm getting my website built and looking to get my name out there, I need help in that area as far as learning how to blog and to get the information that I want out there.
Cool.
That's why I come to you, because you know everything.
No, I do not.
Not everything, but you're definitely going to help us get in the right track.
I am going to do my best to do that. And Gary, are you the same?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm right up Tammy's alley, and I don't know a whole lot about blogging, but I think that I could share some of my thoughts and philosophies with those that not only in the poker world, but have a hankering to connect with life. And so, and my philosophy of this is that life is poker, and poker is life, and you can draw analogies and similarities between different things that you see at the table when you're playing poker. This is the real poker. This is not a, a table game where the house has an advantage. At my poker table, we're all equal, and I want to try to help enlighten those that wish to review my blog, but um, I, I don't know a whole lot about it. Um, but I know that I need to put together some articles and start getting out there and seeing what kind of response I might get.
Cool. Well, today we're going to talk about header design, and since it's such a kind of really a deep subject, because the header is like the very first thing people see when they come to your website. So either you're going to have one or you're not. Most people do have a header, and I highly suggest it because it grabs the attention. I mean, that's what its purpose is to grab the attention and draw people in. That said, I also, my opinion, don't particularly care for headers that are like take up the whole first part of your website. You'd like to keep them fairly simple and smaller, not as wide, and so that people are not as long. Sorry, so that people can see what else you have in your website fairly quick. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so because this is such a deep subject, we're also going to have a workshop this afternoon where I'm just going to hang out. I'm just going to be here. If somebody wants to come in, anyone, they can come in and join in the workshop, and we'll go over some things with you. So that will start at 1 Mountain Standard Time, right after lunch. And so what elements do you think we need to have in a header in order to make it grab attention? My first thing is I think that is a KISS principle. Keep it simple, silly. I go with silly rather than stupid. Because you don't want to you don't want so much information on your header that people can't read it or it turns them off. Does that make sense?
Perfectly.
Perfectly. I'm beeping, beeping, beeping.
I just answered.
Oh. What was it?
Someone wants to know if they're actually going to be on air with us.
Oh, who is it?
Tim Longwell.
He could if he wants to be, definitely.
I think that invite went out to everybody, so.
Yeah, it did. I sent basically the first 9 people who are members of Today's Visions can join this.
Okay.
But they just have to be a member. So keep it simple, silly. Make sure that it's clean, it makes a great impression. So that's the big thing. And clarity. That's the other huge thing is clarity. And I am not seeing what Tim is trying to message me.
Well, you know what?
You said
What we can do right now is just put on screen that if anybody wants to join or send out to the indie community the invite right now, and just make it real clear that if you want to join us right now. And then that'll stop all the going back and forth.
Okay.
I find interesting here is that I'm looking at my phone, and it shows Tim, and it shows the memo or the message that he sent, but I'm looking on my computer, and Tim's not there.
Right.
But it says that there were, oh, good Lord, Darren Robertson, David Leopold, Mark Haver, Marianne Morris, Debbie. I mean, there's a lot of people that I think have joined this thing.
Well,
Uh,
they haven't officially joined. These were all the people I invited.
okay, that okay. You know, it's one of those things, and I'm not sure whether you talked about a new computer. Um, I'm not seeing any of the video. It says I'm live, but and I don't mean to regress, but I all I see is the picture of Arizona behind the camera, and I don't see Arizona.
It could be your bandwidth
Okay,
because you're not. I mean, we can see your picture, but I know your Wi-Fi. You're not directly plugged in.
okay, then I probably need to look at rewiring the house, and so I can directly plug in.
Okay,
Great.
so
So back to what you were talking about with the header.
yes.
Yeah, I agree with you that simple is always a good thing.
Well, it helps with clarity. You know, if it guides the visitor's attention a lot better if it's simple, and it also builds trust. Especially, and that's one of the reasons why you should think very seriously about your branding and your logo, your branding, everything should always stay consistent across all your web properties. And by web properties, I mean Twitter, your Twitter profile, your Google Plus profile, your Facebook profile. When you're building a business, you need to maintain the clarity across everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that will build trust, which is the next reason why you want to follow the KISS principle. Yay, Tim. Hi, Tim.
Good morning. You're catching me rough and grizzly this.
Well, what I did is I just sent out a global invite to all the community members. So, anyone who's interested in this particular topic on blogging can join.
Oh, okay. My brain isn't firing yet this morning, so not enough fuel.
Coffee.
Not enough jet fuel yet. Yep.
Oh, we're talking about header design. This one is header 101. And we're talking about the KISS principle right now. Keep it simple, silly. Which, by keeping it simple, you're adding clarity, you're building trust, and you're adding, you're demonstrating a clear meaning of your website.
Yeah,
Now, pardon?
Nothing. Go ahead. You were going to continue.
And one way you can do this is by adding art to your header. Something that is, uniquely yours. So very simple for Tammy and me as photographers and artists, to add something. Maybe not quite so simple for Catherine and or Gary. And sorry, Tim, I forgot about you. Very simple for you, also as an artist. So you may actually have to really do some digging trying to find something that's really uniquely yours if you're not an artist, or you may have to hire an artist to help you, which is kind of a pain. I realize that. And you want to always try to maintain a level of professionalism. And even if you're doing something really silly, like my header that I designed for this show is kind of silly and bright and McDonald-y, it still maintains a level of professionalism, I think.
I agree.
And some people actually will make their headers interactive, and I don't. but you know, it is possible. And by interactive, I mean there's places in the header that you can click on. One header I looked at that I thought was really cool. Actually, as you scroll down, the header stayed, and an airplane flew across the screen. And I just thought that was really cool. But in my opinion, that makes it a little bit distracting for the content further down, because you know that's the whole thing, is that you're trying to draw people into your website. So those were my talking points. Are there any questions on that?
Can you have your banner, if somebody rolls their mouse over the banner and it shows that you can click on it, can you have the banner send the viewer to specific points in your website that you want to highlight?
You can. You most definitely can. It takes a little bit more specialized coding to do that, but yeah, you can definitely do that. But okay, so where would you go ahead, Tim?
I have a question here based on all this, and you may have covered it already. Are we talking about the Echo Visions community, the Today's Visions Echo Village, or are we talking personal websites?
Both.
Okay.
I mean, I think we're actually going to design a banner today, hopefully for Catherine's Eco Village. But yeah, we're talking both.
Okay, I wasn't sure, because I have some input on that ability with banners. The nice thing about it is the default for most banners that are linked when you put a site together as a developer is to default that header back to your home page. And the reason for that is 90% of the time you'll see on social media and other places, someone's linking to a page in your blog or a post or an image of a piece of art you did or something you're working on or whatever. And it gives them a quick, easy boost back to the home page, because not every website, and this is a differing opinion, not every website always has the menu available on every page. And that's an argument that you could argue till the sun quits rising. So I'm not going to get too deep in that. My opinion is that you need to have it, but if you don't have those menus on every page, you definitely want that header image to link back to your home page in your main menu so people can view the rest of the site. So you need to watch where you point that header image.
I agree.
Okay,
And
so I'm confused now. I thought your header would be on your homepage, but maybe it's not.
well, no, your header is on all the pages, but if most headers, especially in WordPress, I think it automatically does it. When you click on the header, it goes back to your home page.
Okay. See, because on my current website, I have a header, and it's every page has a different header on it. I mean, a different picture on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is interesting. But there's a menu that you can click on the page, the same menu on each page.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a case of how you prefer to work your presentation. Probably in each of those headers, though, there's something common with the home page that identifies that even though the header changed, it's still you.
True, it does. It does. There's a reason that it changed, and there is a commonality. I mean, there's basic flow to it, that it seems to flow. But that's why I was wondering about when we were talking, because it's got the same look to it.
You still got consistency built in. You're just approaching it differently, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, right. No, I understand what you're saying, and but that's why I was wondering when you're talking about a header, I thought the header was specifically maybe just for one home for the home page. But you could actually use the same header on each additional page in as long. I understand what you're saying, which makes sense, because that I do agree with Tim in the fact that you should. I believe that there should be a link, or what did you use? Menu buttons to link back to every other page.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that there should on every page in your website there should be a way to get to every other page.
Right, whether it be a drop down, and that's going to be another whole navigation will be another whole thing that we'll discuss probably coming up pretty soon. Some people will actually on their navigation they'll open it up if they have really deep sections, and what I mean by deep sections is they have sections that have a lot of pages. Mm-hmm. They'll have a sectional navigation bar. But they'll also have the navigation that links back to all the other pages as well.
Right.
An example of that is look at my art navigation menu on longwellart.com. It's almost like a subdirectory type layout on the menu that directs you to different sections of the website.
Right. And when you go to a different section, it shows all the pages underneath that are in that section, or all the posts.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to give a quick shout out here. Debbie Ferrand is watching us.
Hey, Debbie. I don't see that in the comment tracker. Is that supposed to come up automatically, or?
Yeah, I haven't. It should. I mean, I have her watching, but have little men under my feet. Can't really participate. Thank you for the invite, though.
Okay.
So
I want my comment tracker to work. I've been trying to work with this. So this is the techno-fear thing. All of it's techno-fear for me.
But there's no reason to be afraid of it.
Okay. So anyway, do we want to look at the photo? Was it
fotoflexer? That's where I'm headed next. And I actually thought if you could do a screen share as well. I'm going to introduce fotoflexer real quick, but I thought I would walk you through the steps of designing your header.
Awesome. So
I'm going to show fotoflexer here real quick first. And this is fotoflexer. And it's a wonderful, wonderful application if you don't have Photoshop. Primarily, the biggest reason I like this is the layers, because you do have the ability to play with the layers. So, and you start by uploading a photo. So, do you have your screen share going, Catherine?
I don't have my screen share going, but I can get my screen share going. Let's see. Which one does my screen share?
Okay. I want to disable mine and let you get yours going.
Okay.
Yay, there we go.
You are screen sharing. Okay. Do you see what I'm screen sharing?
I do.
Okay. So these are all my images that I have that I can use on my website.
Okay, and so we're trying to design one that's 1082 by 280. That is the specs for. Although Tim, I noticed you used a wider one, and it worked really well. It looks really good.
Well, it's all in one how.
This is the one that my pointer is on. This is the extra large JPEG that I downloaded. And
okay.
This is the smaller one. And this is the So, I don't know what that means. I just know that when I went and bought them, one was extra large and one was small. And when I bought them, it said small, and I didn't know what the S and the XL meant.
Gotcha. So if you click on the extra large one, how big is it?
I don't know.
Well, if you run your mouse over the top of it, it should pop up with the dimensions.
Where would I see that?
Just hover your mouse over an image, and as soon as your mouse goes over the image, you should get a little pop-up that tells you.
Okay, well, maybe I have to do that, like, not in screen share. Let me see. Website.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be showing up, does it?
No.
The other thing, you right-click and go to Properties.
Yep. No, you clicked on it, which
Yeah.
brings, yeah.
Let me close that. So I don't know.
So right-click,
Right click.
Mhm.
right, and go to
And-
Properties.
Properties. Where would that be?
Well, view details should do it. Right
View
there.
details, yes.
View details.
Okay, you're on the WordPress. I'm thinking on the. Oh, she's on Google Drive. That's right.
Yeah.
This is. It
So
still
it
doesn't say,
doesn't
does it?
show the size either.
That still doesn't do it.
Wow.
Way to go, Google.
Yay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Right. Now
I'm trying to make sure it's wide enough. Oh, there we go. It's 5948 by 718.
How did you see that?
It's actually written in the. Well, that may not be either. I'm trying to read with my glasses.
Oh wait, do I need to go to details?
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Size.
Okay, there, scroll down. Keep going. Left for cream.
I still don't give the width. Wow. That's disappointing. Well, let's go and upload the extra large one into fotoflexer.
Okay.
So if you go open a new tab.
Open a new tab.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it's FOTO. FLEX. There you go. And then .com.
Okay.
And then click on upload photo.
Upload.
And is this on your machine as well, or is it only on Google?
It's only on Google. It's on some of my other machines, but this is only on Google, so I have to go to my Google Drive.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Click upload.
Upload.
Upload. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. But I need to go to my Google Drive. How do I get to my Google Drive?
Click the upload button, and you have to tell it where to go get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll have to type in the address of that photo on Google Drive.
I got to go to my Google Drive.
Oh, that's why she had you open a different tab. You can click over on Google Drive.
Where is my Google Drive, though?
Well, hit the upload button.
Yeah, I downloaded the small one. I don't think I have the large one. Oh, wait, here's a long one. Here's the vintage one.
Okay, so if you click your upload button.
Okay, I clicked the upload. But I got to go to, where's the Google Drive? How do you get to Google Drive?
Well, I'm not seeing.
All I'm seeing is you have not clicked the upload button yet, so you can't tell it where to go.
No, I clicked the upload button and it opened up this PC. And now I'm in desktop documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos, blah, 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 blah. But I got to upload.
Okay, here's what you're going to have to do.
Oh, wait, I got to grab from the web? No.
Yes.
That may work, yeah.
Grab from the web. And the URL? No, it's
Yeah, now hang on.
Okay.
You're in the right place. Now, you've got the second tab, Website Images Google, over there beside the fotoflexer tab. It's the reason she made you
Yes.
get a new tab. Click on the other tab.
Okay.
Now, open that image that you want to upload on Google Drive. Just click it.
Okay.
Now, there's a address in the bar above it,
Okay.
in the address bar. Copy it. Just click and right click. Okay, well, that works too.
Okay, the whole thing, like
Yeah.
the whole.
The whole entire thing.
Okay.
Now right-click and copy, or Control-C and copy.
Go back to the flexor.
No,
And then hit
did you
Control.
copy?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit Control V. There you go.
There you go.
It says invalid image URL.
Oh, look at all the
Oh.
stuff at the end of it. Yeah.
No, the problem is because it's a secure server and it doesn't have the passwords.
Okay. I have to, okay, wait a second. I know what I'll do. Hold on.
I was going to
I'm
suggest
just
just
gonna
download that to your
Let me just
computer.
download this thing. And then I'll get it out of my drive.
Yeah.
No.
And this is a part, I guess.
I'm so glad you're doing this, Catherine, and not me.
Oh. Okay. So,
I give up.
what a beautiful picture. Okay, so the first thing I would do is to hit resize, and because that should pull up what size it is, and we'll see what we're messing around with. So resize is the 5th button over.
Okay. Hit resize it? Just
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so yay, Gary's back. Okay, so we know. Okay.
Tammy, I'm laughing. You're laughing with me, aren't you?
I'm laughing like so glad this is you and not me.
Like, how do you get a picture? Okay.
I'm just like, oh my god.
If it's in your Google Drive, just download it to your computer, and then you can upload it. All right. That's the first hint for people with techno fear. Download and upload.
No more technophobia.
Exactly.
I would have said I pass. Give it to Catherine. Let her do it.
Okay, so on the new size, we know we want this to be 1082 wide. And okay, keep proportions is checked. You always want to make sure that keep proportions is checked so that it maintains its look. So and the first thing you want to put 1082.
Okay, so the first one, 1082.
Mm-hmm.
1082.
1082.
1082. Okay, that didn't work.
Nope.
1. And why is it not working?
Because you've got keep proportions. Uncheck keep proportions.
And well, no, we want to keep the proportions.
So you want it square.
Well, we're going to make it longer. We're going to do that with a crop.
Gary, you taking notes on all this?
There's a problem, Tim, is she doesn't want to make this, look weird. She wants to keep it looking basically the same.
Well, then you should do your cropping before you resize.
Okay,
in all honesty.
I disagree with you.
Okay, wait. So we have 2 different opinions from 2 people.
Yes.
One person says crop before you what?
Resize.
Resize. And Arizona says resize before you crop. So my suggestion is play around to see which one works best.
And that is exactly the best thing to do.
Okay.
My opinion is if you resize before you crop, you can maintain more of the image than if you were to try to crop 1082 out of 1082 by 280. You're not going to keep as much of the image in the width because you're going to be cutting half your width out. Does that make sense?
You're misunderstanding what I'm doing, and that's where the difference is. We're thinking the same thing, we're just approaching it differently. So,
okay. So what are you thinking, Tim?
What you do is you don't crop the 1082. You crop the whole image of what you want to show. So, for example, you want the rock pile with a little bit of the reflection and some of the leaves. So you would crop the upper and lower section out. And then you would resize the image. Whereas what she's doing is resizing the image and going and grabbing the section you want. It's the same. We're headed in the same direction. She and I were just understanding it differently.
Yeah, we just do it in a different manner.
Right. Yeah, because I definitely want the part of the reflection and part of the leaves. Like this part up here does not necessarily have to show. And if you're trying, and the extra large should be more pixelated, so it should be okay to stretch. And correct? That's why I bought an extra large image. It should be more pixelated, so it should be okay to have a bigger stretch. Correct? If you buy a more pixelated image, it should be able to put it in a larger, on something larger. Correct?
I think the verbiage "pixelated" is an incorrect word to use.
I don't know what that. I just know that sometimes, like if I've gotten because I know nothing about photography, nothing. But when I downloaded photos and I wanted to put it on something, if I got a small photo, because that's how I look at it, small, I couldn't put it on something that was bigger in print because it didn't have enough. I don't know.
Resolution.
Yeah.
Resolution. Thank you.
So what happens if you resize a small image larger, then it becomes pixelated, which means it looks funky.
Okay, so it becomes pixelated. So it doesn't have resolution. So
right.
That's what that is. So that's when you buy an extra large image, the resolution stays nice if you stretch it or make it bigger.
Well, you're better off downsizing a large image than you are upsizing a small image.
That's correct.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so from here, where you're at.
Okay. I understand. This is, I mean, not only do I have techno fear, I have photography fear.
And I'm going to say it again, no more technophobia.
God, Tammy, are you turning over in your grave at this moment?
This is why, if you don't know anything, you surround yourself with people who do.
Which is what I'm doing. Yes, you guys are making me work on this myself.
That's it. Okay, click apply where you're at.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Click apply.
And you wonder why I don't have my website up and running.
And Catherine are like the blind leading the blind. We, one of us know nothing, so that's why we spun our wheels around and around.
And I want to give a shout out to Rebecca Erickson, who says, "Hi, everyone."
Hey, Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca.
Can you do a crop, please?
Okay.
The third button over. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now select the area that you thought you wanted. So you want the rocks and...
Yeah, okay, so, but how do I get into the... okay, wait, that's not good.
Well, just go ahead and play with the handles on there. And the handles are the little dots.
Okay.
Those are called handles.
Okay, let me take this up here.
And you have to watch, see where it says you want it to go all the way over. And so you want it to be that wide?
Yeah. Why would I not want it to be that wide?
Because that's going to be an enormously wide header on if we're designing for today's vision.
Or can you only see what I'm sharing?
We can only see what you're sharing.
Okay, what's wrong with having a wide header?
A wide Weber?
What's wrong with having a wide header? A wide header.
It takes up, so I guess it depends on how much information you're going to put on the header, but it takes up more of the initial look when people come into your site. So when they come into your site, if the only thing they see is your header, and that wide, I would say they're not going to see very much more than the header.
Well, and what I would do with a header like that is I would actually put information in the lighter areas.
Well, that's what I was going to do. Like, I would have, like, you know, balanced energy, and I wanted my picture in there, and then I wanted, like, what journey are you on, and then I wanted, you know, just some other, I wanted, like, you know, my drop-down menu in the header. I mean, that's what I was thinking was going to go in my header. Is that not what's going in the header?
Drop-down menu will not go in a header on WordPress, no.
No, it'll be right. We can put it right below, like I have on today's visions.
What's a good size for a header? Like you were saying, that's too big. So what's a good size?
It depends on your website design. I can't say that. It depends on the actual look of the website. For today's visions, if you're designing for today's visions header, the recommended size is 1082 by 280.
If you go
ahead. I'm sorry.
If you go by my website, the proper layout is I can only have an 800 pixel wide image to get it to show up right on both website, on a desktop, and on a phone, which is something else you have to consider too, is how mobile friendly is that image.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And again, it would depend on the layout of the website. My website is different than today's vision, and because it's laid out differently, my image requirements are different. So there's no set, this is the way it has to be for every website.
That makes sense, though. That's a good point, though, about mobile, because a lot of websites aren't mobile friendly.
Right now, today's visions has been designed to be mobile friendly, and the images automatically change.
Okay, what size do I need this for today's vision? What size? Tell me what size I need it, and then I can crop it to where I like it.
Well, you definitely want 1082. So you want to go across the entire thing because we resized it to 1082.
Well, I thought you said I didn't.
And there you go. So that's fine.
No, she's saying height, not width.
Yeah.
Okay, that's, you see, I didn't understand that. I was like, why don't I want it to be wide? But you meant height.
Height, yes.
Okay. And so what do I need the height? What are the height requirements?
280 is the recommended, but Tim put a wider one on and it worked fine.
280? 1080 by 280?
Yeah.
That's really narrow.
It is.
I mean,
so you could.
I mean that's like this.
So you could do like Tim and put a wider one on. It won't hurt anything.
What's the wide? What's yours, Tim?
Oh, Jiminy's. That's custom made, and so when web resizes it, it automatically proportioned it correctly. I think that image is actually 14 or 1600 by like 450, 600, somewhere in there. Let me look. I'll have to look on the computer.
And see, that looks good right there.
Okay, but
and that would give you room to put stuff over. What were you saying, Catherine? I'm sorry.
Okay, but this isn't close. This isn't even close to 200 something.
Yeah, it's going to be wider, and you can have a wider one than 280. It's just it says 280 is a recommended size.
Okay.
So.
Well, we'll go with this.
Okay. So then you go crop selected area up at the top. There you go.
Okay.
And Rebecca Erickson says, I love your event, but sometimes I miss yours for our work a lot. But today I'm not. Today's vacant and like events. I hope everyone likes it. From Sweden.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome.
Yay. I like that. That's really pretty. Okay, so now you're going to want to put text in it, correct?
Okay.
And I think the text is under Decorate, which is the third tab on top.
Okay.
And you can click Text. Okay. And
you know we're not seeing, Tim, are you seeing what they're doing?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
But
okay.
then I'm clicked on her window. So,
Ow.
so if very likely, yeah, because when you pin it, we're going to whose voice. You're going to need to pin it, Arizona, pin her window so
I
people
have it
know.
pinned.
Then
Yeah, just
Tammy's.
keep going. I'll catch the replay because I can't see what you're doing. Okay.
Okay, I just clicked present to everyone, so.
Yeah, there you go.
You're not leaving, Tammy. You got to stay here and support me.
No, I'm not leaving. I was just trying to get to see what you was doing. I couldn't see.
Oh,
It was a black screen every time you was doing something.
oh no. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, all right. So enter text. Where do I change the text? Where are the fonts?
The fonts are over on the right. Do you see where it says you can make the background transparent, which I would want to do.
Right. And font size, text. Okay. So here's the font. Okay. All right. Oh, that's not font. I'm just going to use. We'll use this one. We'll see what this looks like. All right. Okay.
Be sure to use the checkbox that says transparent, or you're going to get that white that you're seeing right now.
Yeah. There you
There
go.
you go.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, that doesn't work. Batty girl. That sounds like me right now. Okay. Why does it keep changing fonts?
I'm not sure.
I probably keep touching the wrong button.
There we go. Now it says Tahoma.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it says 12, but this looks much bigger than 12.
It does. And I'm sure when you grabbed the handle and resized it, you resized it.
Right. So.
Yeah.
And then you can change the text color if I wanted
Yeah, I
to.
think you need to highlight the text before you do.
Okay. So highlight in here or up here?
Up there.
Okay. So if I wanted to change the text color, then you could go down here and change it. And that's kind of cool. I'm not going to mess with it right this minute because I'm just going to, well, you know, I like, on my other website, it's gold. It's kind of like a goldish color. What are these over here? Are these just continuations, or are these like?
It gives you a wide range of colors. I mean, so you can.
And you can kind of like probably. I like that one.
Yeah, that one looks really good.
Yeah. Okay. So I like that one, and that will do balanced energy. I'm assuming that if you have a logo, this is where you would import a logo.
Yes.
Okay.
So are you okay with the placement of it?
I don't know if this is exactly perfect, but how do I get that back?
Go back to text. Or you might be at the double. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
You might be able to actually double click on it.
There we go. Okay. So anyway, balanced energy. So you can just take it and kind of move it around.
Where you want it. There you go.
Okay. So, is there any like grids? Is there like a grid system in your picture where you could, line things up?
There isn't in here.
Okay.
When we get into talking about Photoshop, Photoshop has an excellent grid system.
Okay. So, well, this looks good for now. I mean, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I think it's centered. Obviously you can left align it. I think I'm going to left align this balanced energy. Okay. And I'm just going to apply. All right.
Yay!
Woo-hoo.
Awesome.
Okay, so we are almost out of time.
Yay.
And I set it up for an hour today because I knew this was going to be kind of a long one.
This
and
is,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just like, wow, this is really a cool program for us who I don't even begin to believe I could use Photoshop.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. But a lot of people don't want to, the only design work they ever do is like their header or something, or maybe a quick ad. They're not doing a massive amount of photo design, so they don't want to purchase Photoshop.
Does it store any of the pictures, or does it keep it pretty much, the resolution and everything's the same?
Mm-hmm.
You know how some programs distort it?
No, this doesn't. Everything I've ever turned out from here has kept, everything the right way. You can save it, create an account and save your images here and, keep working on them.
This is cool.
It is. And the fact that it has layers, I mean, this is the only one I've seen where you've got layers that you can really play with.
Awesome.
Which I like. And of course, if anyone out there knows of another photo application that they enjoy working with, they can just let me know. I would love to hear about it.
Depending on someone's skill and what they're trying to achieve, PicMonkey.com and Canva, CANVA.com are both simple editors as well.
Yeah,
and it's going to depend on the person.
Yeah, I've checked out PicMonkey and I didn't particularly like it. I haven't heard of Canva though, so I'm going to check it out.
Okay, so now I'm going to say I want to save this. So let's walk through saving it because obviously, I will come back to this and keep working on it. So for the indies for the indie village, I guess the most important thing to know is we want to work with 1082.
1082. The suggested is 1082 wide. The suggested height is 280, but Tim Longwell has shown us that wider ones work perfectly fine.
Okay, so that's good. And then so working with that, that's really good to know. And now we can save it. So I go up here to save, and then I want to save to JPEG, right? Is that
right?
good?
A JPEG, that's fine.
Saved to my computer.
And see, it's asking you where you want to save it. So yeah, you're pulling it down. So it'll want you to upload it again.
Okay.
If you're going to continue working on it.
Okay. And so the file name fotoflexer photo. So I want to rename this to my header for today's vision. But where is it going to save it? Oh, okay. It's going to save it in my downloads folder.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Yay! You got a wonderful start on your header.
I do. This is awesome.
Awesome. I love it. Looks pretty.
Cool.
It does.
Awesome.
Okay, so I am, like I said, at 1 o'clock, I am going to just be here hanging out. You can come on and, we can finish walking through some of this if you would like. Or if anyone else would like to join me and we'll walk through the steps, I'm open for that too.
So
Um,
I have a question. So when I'm making the picture larger, is this for editing it? Like if I wanted to fill it or grab a color or do something in the picture particular, like if I was changing something, if I wanted to like really make it big and I wanted to cut something out of it, is that what this making it larger?
yeah, it gives you the ability to see what you're working with a lot
Awesome.
clearer.
That's really nice because you need to do that sometimes when you're editing, especially if, like, say, oh, like in Photoshop, you can whiten your teeth.
Yeah.
Can you do that in this one?
I don't know. We'd have to play with it and see. I doubt it.
Okay, because I have found that there is a an app called Facetune that allows you to whiten your teeth. And you can get in really close on your phone. I don't know if you can do it on the computer.
That is so funny. That is just too funny.
So, for all you Technofear people out there that like selfies, whiten your teeth with Facetune.
Another option to Photoshop you would have to install on your desktop. It's an open source called GIMP. G-I-M-P. It's a free download. There are tutorials by the ton to walk you through learning how to use the program. Most of us are so busy that if you haven't learned it out of necessity, you might not have enough time, but if you ever decide you want to get into something that in-depth, you don't have to spend the cost of Photoshop.
Right. GIMP has everything, because I have it loaded on mine too, and it seems to have pretty much everything that Photoshop has.
I was wondering about that because I ran across that the other day, and I was like, whoa, what's this?
Yeah, it's an open source Photoshop. If you're interested and you
Wow.
want to try something like Photoshop that you can keep on your computer, go for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, see, now that's interesting because I don't want to buy Photoshop, but I wouldn't mind being able to do something on the computer that might allow me to do some things that like whitening my teeth.
Yeah, we very well may do a tutorial on GIMP as well as we're walking through this blogging. In
Otherwise,
fact, is GIMP will probably be better than Photoshop to do because a lot of people don't own Photoshop.
otherwise, I'm going to have to send my pictures to Tammy.
Alrighty, so I am going
Yeah.
to tell everybody goodbye. You're welcome to join. Anyone is welcome to join the. I'm still not sure why my camera's not working. Everybody is welcome to join the workshop later if they would like to walk through something. So I hope to see you there, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye. I don't know.